headed home, y'all. Finally. Took us 12 years to get discharged. Shelton driving. And the baby. Oh, his little cute self. Oh. Struggle is real, as y'all can see. But that's okay though. It's all worth it. The welcome home balloons.
You want to sit down? You want?
I'm good.
Maybe you can push in the house on this.
I should be able to make it in the house. I did have. How cute. And then I think my mom put one on the bedroom door. Oh. Ugh. I'm gonna make it down here eventually. Hey, Mom. We're at our second doctor's visit. Second day being at the hospital, which was very, what do you call it? Would you call it stressful or?
What I call it?
Yeah.
Stressful per se, but it was the most.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out the car seat, trying to figure out the baby seat,
The stroller. Trying to figure out the baby. Trying to figure out the grandma. Trying to figure out the man. No, I'm recording. That's okay. That's okay. Thank you.
We're involved.
Yeah.
We're involved.
Trying to figure out the great grandma. Well, we figured her out, but trying to cope
with the great grandma.
So it's been interesting, to say the least. You know, Shelton only gets the little bit because he's been blessed to go to work. He probably don't receive it as a blessing right now. But
And I'm trying to decide on whether or not I should dress like a grandma
or a glamma.
or a grandma.
You got it.
I'm looking for 30. I did not know running in hospital. Excuse me, sir.
Sorry. There she goes right there, just relaxing. No care in the world. She said she had to elevate them feet, honey, in that dress. You ready, Grandma? Said you ready? Yeah. I mean, we can still stand over there. Yeah.
Angel used to nurse her baby because her stomach would, because she had a whole lot of milk in the breast. So what you doing thinking Nikki breastfeeding because of Angel breastfeed? Is that what you saying? So what's your point? You think she's trying to breastfeed because Angel breastfed or something? Trying to do what? What's your point? You think she's trying to breastfeed because Angel breastfed? No, I'm just saying because I don't think the baby's getting enough milk.
Grandma, he only 4 days old. He ain't supposed to be drinking a whole bottle of milk right now.
I know, baby.
And my breasts are going to grow. My milk production is going to produce as he gets older. So as he gets older and needs more, my breasts will produce more. To
a lot of people just lay down in the milk and the breast be
not dripping. In the beginning. My breast be dripping too. It may not drip that much to fill up a whole bottle right now, but he can't drink a whole bottle right now.
I think that's probably why he be howling sometimes, because he be hungry.
And he get fed. What if I wanted to breastfeed exclusively? Exclusively meaning that I don't even give him a bottle.
They feed him, but they still breastfeed him.
I know, Grandma. I'm just saying. He will have enough milk to take with him when he gets ready to go to daycare and I gotta go to work.
hope you don't be breastfeeding him then.
He's gonna get breast milk like you until he's 6 years old. What's up, y'all? So it is almost impossible for me to sit down and make a video. Like, with the newborn these days, like, there is no time in the world to hardly do anything, to include shower and eating and all of the above. But I've been showering. But I am extremely behind on my vlogs, and I apologize. But I needed to explain a clip that either I'm getting ready to play or already play. I don't know where I'm going to insert this clip into the vlog at, but I needed to explain the conversation we were having in the car. So for starters, I'm gonna just, because I'm on my way somewhere, so I gotta hurry up. But postpartum depression, y'all, I was like seriously almost there. And it wasn't to the point to where, I didn't want to be around Ethan or anything like that. I was experiencing a different type of depression, I felt like. Or I won't even say that I made it to that point, but I was headed there. When I would go to breastfeed Ethan, he was not eating. He would eat a little bit, but as soon as he would fall asleep. And every time the nurses would come in and, they'll do whatever they're doing, their checkups, their shots or whatever, and they'll bring him back to me and they'll be like, oh, he's hungry. And I'm thinking, well, I just fed him like 2 seconds ago, but it was the fact that he was falling asleep that he wasn't finished eating, or he wasn't eating a lot, I guess you can say. And I feel like this is about to be all over the place because I'm having to do this so fast and not actually sitting down to kind of go slowly. But anyways, so yeah. So the hospital that I had Ethan at, they didn't have any lactation consultants because either they had retired or they just didn't have any. And so the only people who had any little bit of knowledge as far as breastfeeding was the nurses. But anyways, so we left, and so I didn't really know about colostrum until I looked it up. And so I found out that, when you first are pregnant, your first milk is the colostrum, and that you have to wait for your milk to come in a few days. But basically what you have is enough for the baby, because their stomach can't even handle that much milk. So I was just kind of stressed out because I felt like he wasn't eating because he kept on going to sleep. And I was like, okay, is my milk here or is it not here? What's going on? So eventually I went home. I was released from the hospital, and he was still doing the same thing. And we went so I had my first doctor's visit the very next day that I got released, and he had lost weight. And it's normal for newborns to lose weight as soon as they're born, but it was a concern for me because, like I said, he was just going to sleep. And so what I did was I began pumping and feeding him from a bottle, because I wanted to see if he was going to try to eat, from a bottle and not fall asleep on my nipple. And that worked. So I had a doctor's appointment that the second day that I was out of the hospital, and he had gained weight in that short period of time from me just feeding him. Okay, who's gonna go first? From me just feeding him from the bottle. And so everything was was good, because like I said, by this time he was eating. But as you guys will be able to see or hear, depending on where I
put this vlog at, or this clip in it. My grandma was just like really stressing me out about it. It was already enough that, you know, he was falling asleep on my nipple, which is all cute and stuff like that, you know, all that great stuff. But I need for him to eat. But my grandma was like, she was really stressing me out. I love my grandma to death, no lie. But, you know, I really wanted to breastfeed, and I just had planned to stick to it. But like I said in the beginning, your milk doesn't come in and until a few days after, and then when it comes in, it's not just, you know, flowing like milk and honey, you know. It's just a little bit. And so, you know, I would be pumping at home, and, you know, my grandma was just like, well, I just don't think he's getting fed enough. You need to go to formula. And then she started comparing me to everybody else and saying I wasn't, you know, producing enough milk, and, you know, telling me about everybody and they fat baby, and, you know, just all this other stuff you don't want to hear at that point in time, you know. And I was just, and I was just like already to the roof with, you know, her comments. And it was already, because like I said, I was already like concerned that he wasn't eating enough, and it started to make me wonder, you know, do I not have enough milk? Like, do I need to, you know, do formula? And there's nothing wrong with formula feeding your baby, of course, you guys know that, but breastfeeding is just something that I really wanted to do. And so you know, so her comments were hurtful, and it was like, it's one thing to make a comment, like, you know, once and then leave it alone, but it was consistent. It was like all the time. Like, seriously, every time we look up, that was the topic of conversation that she was bringing up, whether it was in the car, like you guys will see or seen in the clip, or whether it was at home. I mean, like, asking me, do we qualify for WIC? Like, calling family to try to tell them to tell me that I need to, you know, do this and do that. Like, it was just like, come on, seriously. And like I said, when I got out of the hospital, y'all would have thought I was strung out. Like, I didn't wear any clothes, basically. I mean, it was nobody at the house but my mom, my grandma, and Shelton, and of course, you know, the baby. And so, like, I would shower and wear a robe and my drawers all day, because, like, all I did all day was breastfeed and pump, just so that I can make sure, you know, he had bottles ready. I didn't do my hair. Like, I was just, y'all would have, if I could have vlogged any moment, that would have been the realest moment of my life, okay? And I was concerned. And then, so what really brought my spirits back up was my honey bear, Shelton. He, I guess he noticed, you know, that I was a little down, and because I had a C-section, you know, I was, of course, always, like, concerned about my scar. I could barely walk as it was. I could barely move. I could barely do anything, because the recovery after having a C-section is just that intense. And so he bought me, and he called it a Build-A-Keela, like Build-A-Bear, but is basically for our first date, or a date, because we've been on a few dates now, but a date in the future. And so it was just some clothes to build onto an outfit that he would eventually get me. And he bought me some lipsticks and from MAC, and it just really lifted my spirits. Not that gifts lift my spirits, but I just kind of needed something, I guess you can say, at that moment, just to, you know, just to make me smile. So I would definitely say postpartum depression is definitely real. I'm telling you, I was almost there, y'all. then as you guys will see in a later vlog, not this one but vlogs to come, Ethan weighed 6 pounds 3 ounces when he was born. When I took him to that doctor's appointment following me getting out of the hospital, he was down to 5 ounces, 5 pounds and something ounces. I can't remember. And then the second day he had gained some weight. And then for his 2-week appointments, he was back up to 7 pounds 2 ounces, which was a blessing, and I was just so happy. So now I do both. I still feed him from a bottle and I breastfeed because he doesn't fall asleep as much on my breast. He's eating now, so if there are any moms out there who might be discouraged with breastfeeding, I would definitely tell you, don't give up. You know, if breastfeeding is something that you want to do, keep pushing, keep trying at it. You know, and if it doesn't work out and you do have to formula feed your baby, that's fine too. There's nothing wrong with that. But I am thankful that I can do both now, both breastfeed and feed him from a bottle, whichever is most convenient. But yeah, y'all, but I really just had to pray, and so I had to explain that car scene to y'all so that you can understand what is going on, or what has gone on, and what we were talking about, what the argument was about. But that was it, you guys. Love y'all, and I promise I'm gonna try to pump out these vlogs that I'm so behind on. Like, I've been recording a little bit. There's so much that I wish I would have recorded that I didn't, but you guys, this has this whole experience, you know, it's like I don't have the time that I used to have, and I wouldn't trade the time for the world. I love being a mother thus far, and I love the time that I'm off work now, dedicating this time to spending with Ethan. So but yeah, so I gotta go in here and meet Shelton. I'm already late, you guys, but the vlogs are coming, and because I know a lot of you have been asking me where's the baby, what's going on. But you guys, the struggle is real. But yeah, so I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. A little over 12 hours going on, 13 hours now.